Hey everyone, so today we're going to talk about something you probably have tucked away in a closet somewhere, maybe even forgotten about. It's the humble classic hot water bottle, and it turns out it's one of the most effective tools you can have.
You know that feeling, right? That little tickle in your throat, that sudden chill that runs down your spine. 1 minute, you're totally fine, and the next, bam! You can just feel yourself turning into a full-blown mucus goblin. Your throat is on fire, and you just wish you could hit pause and stop the whole thing in its tracks.
Well, it turns out your grandma probably had the secret weapon this whole time. We're talking about that simple, old-school supportive measure that has been around for, well, centuries. And for a very, very good reason.
See, here's the thing. It's so much more than just a way to warm up your bed. Applying that local heat, just putting a hot water bottle on your chest, your back, or your neck, is a seriously effective way to give your body a real fighting chance, especially if you do it right when you feel that sickness coming on. Now, let's be clear, it's not a cure, but it is an incredibly powerful ally.
So, how does this actually work? Is it just about feeling cozy? Nope. There is some pretty fascinating science behind why this incredibly simple tool can be so effective.
Okay, so local heat does 5 really powerful things. First, it boosts blood flow, which is crucial. Second, it helps relax all those tiny, tense muscles, especially in your neck and throat. Third, that warmth helps reverse the physical effects of cold stress on your body. It also helps reduce the nerve irritation that makes your throat feel so raw. And finally, it helps shift your entire nervous system into that rest and recover mode, which is exactly where you need to be to heal.
I love this quote because it just nails that first point. When you apply heat, your blood vessels open up, and you get way more blood flow to that area. Think about it. More blood means more oxygen, and, most importantly, more of your body's immune cells delivered right to the front lines where the fight is happening. It really shows you this isn't passive. You're actively helping out.
And of course, this thing isn't just a one-trick pony for when you have a sore throat. The exact same science, increasing blood flow and relaxing muscles, makes it a go-to for all sorts of everyday aches and pains. We're talking menstrual cramps, back pain, sore muscles after a workout, even soothing arthritic joints.
So speaking of its long history, this simple tool has had a surprisingly wild ride. It wasn't always the soft, rubbery friend that we know and love today. Oh no.
Get this. Back in the 16th century, people used these things called bed warmers, which were basically metal pans filled with hot coals from the fire. I mean, can you imagine how risky that was? Then, around 1875, the first India rubber bottle started showing up. But the design we all recognize, that was patented in 1903 by a Croatian inventor named Slavoljub Eduard Pankala. And today, of course, we've got all these advanced materials like PVC and silicone.
And here is a fantastic piece of trivia for you. In the early days of cars, way before antifreeze was a common thing, people would actually tuck hot water bottles next to their car engines overnight to keep them from freezing solid. How's that for versatile?
Okay, so we're on the topic of versatile uses. Things are about to get a little weird, because there's a side to the hot water bottle that I can almost guarantee you have never, ever considered. I mean, what do you do when just feeling cozy and comfortable isn't enough? Well, apparently, some people have turned the hot water bottle into a competitive sport.
Yep, you heard that correctly. Hot water bottle blowing is a real, recognized feat of strength. It takes absolutely immense lung capacity and core power. People literally inflate a standard hot water bottle with just their breath until it bursts. Let's just say this is one use case we absolutely do not recommend.
The official Guinness World Record for bursting one fastest is an incredible 6.52 seconds, set by Sean Jones from the UK. I'm going to say this as clearly as I can. Please, for the love of your lungs, your face, everything, do not try this at home. Seriously.
All right, let's come back to sanity and safety. Because using a hot water bottle the right way is super simple, but it is absolutely critical if you want to avoid getting hurt.
Okay, there are a few golden rules. First, always use a cover or wrap it in a towel. Always. Second, give it a quick check for any cracks or leaks before you fill it up. And third, and this one is so important, never, ever use boiling water. Boiling water actually damages the rubber over time, makes it brittle, and it could split open, which can cause some really nasty burns. Hot tap water is more than enough.
And that cover? Here's exactly why it's not optional. If you have long-term, direct contact with even moderate heat, you can develop this mottled, kind of net-like skin rash. It's called erythema ab igne, but a lot of people just call it hot water bottle rash. So yeah, always have a layer of fabric between the bottle and your skin.
So let's wrap things up by looking at how this totally timeless tool fits into our modern world. Because,
sometimes the simplest solutions really are the ones that stick around.
The classic design is still evolving. Today, you can find bottles made of really durable silicone or ones with wider mouths so they're easier to fill. You've also got modern alternatives like microwavable gel packs and clay pads. And sure, electric versions exist, but they often have drawbacks, like being stuck next to an outlet or the risk of them malfunctioning. It's probably why the simple, classic, no-fail version is still so popular.
And we have to end on what is, without a doubt, the most important point of all. A hot water bottle is an amazing supportive measure. It helps you feel better, it helps your body do its job. It is not a cure. If you are seriously sick, or if your symptoms just keep getting worse, you absolutely have to see a doctor and get real, professional medical advice.
So there you have it, the humble hot water bottle, a simple, surprisingly effective, and scientifically backed tool for comfort and support. It really makes you wonder, right? What other pieces of old-school wisdom are just hiding in plain sight, waiting for us to rediscover them? Thanks so much for hanging out with me today.